Oh, wait, can you say it again? So his mom used to call him Bayo?
No, I guess he said his mom's family were
Oh,
called
okay.
Bios or something. I don't know, something like that. But he's got the story, he knows.
Okay.
And
Oh,
and I told him what you wanted to do, like with pictures, that like I said, Healy, if you have pictures, I said, and if you want to send them to her, or take pictures of it, and you can even send them to her like through a text message or whatever, and she's gonna save them, she's gonna do something good with them, and he's like, yeah, no, 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 whatever, whatever she wants, I'll help out, so I thought that was kind of him because he's real reserved, and I told him, I said, I said, you also have to think this. I said, and I feel bad saying this. I said, but what if something happens to you and you're no longer with us? I said, and your wife ends up with all that, because if she's not family, she's not a Cabrera, it's not really going to mean that much to her. So a lot of times they just get rid of it. And I said, and I'll give you an example. When my younger brother passed away, we thought that his wife, I thought that me and her were like tight, because I always defended her. I always did stuff for her, and I made sure that, my brother and sisters were against my little brother putting my mom's house and his house under her name. Some of my sisters weren't agreeing with that, and I fought, with my siblings, that if that's what my brother wanted, because that's what my mom wanted. My mom wanted to put the house under my brother's name, and then my mom ended up passing away, and then he ended up inheriting everything. So then he was going to pass away because of the cancer. Well, his wife was going to take everything, and but anyway, when he passed away, everything all of a sudden just changed, to where when my cuñada, my sister-in-law, decided to do a celebration of my brother's life, I wasn't invited.
oh,
And it just broke my heart. It was me and my little sister that weren't invited, and why, I have no idea, because again, the kind of person that I am, I was always there for her. When my brother was sick, I used to drive 40 miles every evening to go and spend 30 minutes, an hour with him, and then drive back. And then she turned around and did that, and it just broke my heart, and, so when he was gone, then she got rid of all his stuff, but didn't even bother to see if we wanted anything. So, that could happen, I mean, that happened with us, so I told my cousin, I said, you never know. I said, all your kids are in Texas. You're the only one here. And we're the only family you have here, so we need to protect all that, And he's like, no, you know what, Charlie, you're right. So anyway, he's willing to give you all kind of information.
oh, thank you so much.
And
I'm so excited.
and he even said, well, he said, I know a lot. He said, but your brother Tome, he said, him and Meme were almost like they used to hang out together back in the days when they were like really, really young, So he has a lot of stories, He's got a lot,
Okay.
So that's one of them. I'm gonna work on my oldest brother. And then the other one that maybe you could reach out to is my brother. I think he on Facebook he's under Gregorio Cabrera.
Okay, Gregorio Cabrera.
Yeah, and he's a big Facebook kind of guy. He's always on it. And I always get mad at him. Because I'll ask my kids, hey, check and see if my brother's on social media, and they look him up, and they're like, oh yeah, he just posted something 2 minutes ago, and I call him, and he won't answer me. So I'm like, he's got the phone there. I know because I'm not on Facebook. I don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I the only social media platforms that I use is LinkedIn and Twitter. That's it. But
Okay.
Twitter, I do it through my radio station. It's not my personal account. It's more of the radio station account.
Which radio station is it, by the way? I never got a chance to ask you.
Well, what I'll do is I'll send you the link.
Okay.
I'll send you the link. You can click on it, and you can listen to the music we grew up with, And I play music from back in the days to the new music nowadays, but, our genre, which is back in the days it used to be called Chicano music.
Uh-huh.
Then it went to Tex-Mex music. Now it's considered Tejano music. But that's what our grandparents, my grandfather, my dad, my brothers introduced to us, growing up. That's the music we used to listen to,
Okay.
But I'll send you the link. You can click on it anytime. I don't know, I don't even know if you listen to Spanish music or not, But you can always share, and I tell people, even if you don't support me by listening, support me by sharing it to somebody else, maybe on somebody else in the family,
Of course. I know just the person.
and it just and if you go onto my website, it'll have a little bit of a story about me, why I do it, and my vision, my passion, and it tells you a little bit about me. It's me and a partner, and his wife helps us out a lot. So but those are the three people that are on the website.
Okay. Well, thank you. I can't wait to talk to him, and I want to hear about his condition. I'm hearing strokes. It's a very common thing in our family now.
Yes, my dad, when he first ended up in the hospital was because of a stroke.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden he had a second one, and by the second one he was completely paralyzed, and then all of a sudden he had a third one, and that was it. That's what took his life.
Okay. Okay, send me his number. I'll call him in a couple of hours.
I already sent it to you.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yes, I already sent it to you, and I just wrote on the bottom, this is my cousin from Florida, So I don't know if you click on it. Do you have an iPhone?
I do have an iPhone.
Okay, I don't know if you click on it because I have his phone number and his address.
Okay,
and a picture of him. So I don't know if all that will come up or if it's just a number.
Let's see. Gil Rodriguez. Yes, and there's a picture. Now I know what he looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, did you get the picture of my little girl that I sent you?
Actually, I just stopped. That's why I called you. So I was going to look at it, and I was going to send you, I have a picture with me and Tia Divina and one of my sisters. I'm going to send it to you.
Okay, and I'll put that as your profile picture.
Oh, okay. Unless you want a picture of just me, I'll send it to you,
Okay, send both.
Okay.
So I can show my mom what I'm doing.
Yeah, and then do you, what was I going to say? My mind went blank. It happens to me. It's senior moments, I was going to ask you something, and it just, it just went blank.
We're talking about pictures, Tia Divina, your cousin Gil, his information, contact photos, and then you're going to ask me if I had something or if I did something?
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but it'll come back to me. I'll remember later, It's no biggie.
And I saw your daughter with the last name Story, Monique, and I was just like, oh, her little baby. I remember when my little baby was that
Oh, what I was gonna say, because you're married to an American guy, right? You said.
Yes.
And you asked me what advice would I give you for, like as a parent. Make
Yes.
sure your daughter knows Spanish, dual
Yes.
language. It's
Yes,
very
dual
important.
language. I'm going to put her in a Spanish immersion school. Don't you worry. I've had the school picked out since before she was born.
And always feed them a little bit of family history, not a lot, little bit at a time, little. But as she gets older, because sometimes I try to do that with my grandkids. They don't want to hear about it, But if I say something and I kind of put it in a different way, then they're like, well, why did you all do that? Or then they become interested, but they gotta want to hear it, So it's I think that's very important, that our the younger generation needs to they need to speak Spanish. They need to carry it on, and keep it, because it just makes us that much different than a lot of people out there, because we can speak Spanish, we can speak English, we can mix it up. We're the only genre, even in music, that we can that we can play as a musician. We can play Spanish, country, jazz, rock. We can mix everything that's out there. But all the other people out there that do country or rock, they can. That's all they can do. But we're different. We're we can do more. And I try to express that to a lot of people. And people ask me, well, how come you never learned how to play an instrument? I said, because that wasn't my mission. My mission was a little different, but to be behind the scenes, I was involved in a few recordings, but in Spanish, So, but anyway, let me let you go.
Okay. Thank you, Tio Rosalio. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
All right. Take care. Bye.